Hello and thank you all for watching. This is Manny Sunny Sun for a new moon astrological report. We begin with the new moon in Gemini happening on June 16th, 2015. Well, the sun is located here in Gemini since May 22nd, while this lunation continued on and Taurus is asking us to anchor and really concentrate this energy. Now, today we begin this new cycle with the moon reflecting the rays of the sun, even more active than Mars, and what is next to it. As usual, there are very different ways of living through this passage, and it starts by this new moon in Gemini. Either the lightness and curiosity, openness to others, being easy and accepting of what is present in our current lives, because it allows us to be better, to understand what is going on by knowing and learning who we really are. Our self-image is um, is to know. Um, During this time, there is doubt, there is worry, there is stress, and with the mind ready to explode. And it is still in intermediate levels between these two poles. What makes the difference on our personal desire to act? Well, I decided that for me, Mars is the spirit that wants to understand and learn as it goes through the effort of that energy. So this does not mean that everything is simple and easy from that initial point, but our initial point is very crucial as we position ourselves. So for my part, taking this lightly, as it is the Gemini air sign, is the energy of Gemini, offers us immediately to acclimate this capacity and integrate it in our own environment. This is what it means, the twirling of these energies. It is constantly able to adapt through changes, and is able to dramatize everything that what is occurring in the mind. So this is why the brain, the inner mind, is very in inner dynamic that we've discovered over the years, observing and redesigning our thought process, and just not looking at life as doom and gloom, but actually looking at life on the lighter side. I prefer to cultivate good humor and lightness in speech. That is said, it comes to me day in to day out, and it's likely for many of us passing through this sign, the dual nature of thought, which runs a loop and locks us into no man's land, lovelessness and loveless on the human capacity. In any case, the self mockery, the humor, and is able to renew us through us on this Gemini energy that offers us change, play, fun, and enjoying during this period in time. Also, all of our resistance to this lightness can also benefit us from highlighting during this cycle that starts. Here are the means to propose by these planets at the current placement. Well, Mars is conjoined with Sun, and the Moon gives us its momentum, is able to intellectualize its current momentum, where it is in Gemini, the world of speech, communication, of the formation of concepts and ideas, the impulsive of the mind, giving this Indian positioning again as we start through this new moon cycle. By nature, the twins are intellectual. They're intended to be stable, but instead they generate movement and mobility and able to create links and synchronicities throughout the world that on the informational level. That is what the air represents. It is all about the mind. It's all about adaptability, able to rely on progress, able to move thought and ideas that generate within our own concepts, and able to be receptive towards the environment. It's a very impulsive time. The challenges is that the Chiron, well, it is in square during this placement right now, the Sun and the Moon and Mars. There are three obstacles that may become opportunities. Chiron in Pisces links us to our cosmic spiritual illumination into the spiritual. And the sun is in Gemini, the center of our mental process, limited our thoughts of our brain. So we can go through a moment of inner conflict between our human and divine dimensions. Chiron first being the brightness of our wounds, the wounded healer, and then the healer within us. Uh, Able to agree and elevate our own current understanding and make us learn through our inner reconnections could give us a breath of fresh air with healing and just divine acceptance with the whole cosmos. And Chiron is squaring to the moon, which can generate a more sensitive topics, experiments in which others are revealing their inner depths. In this case, in relationships where our interlocutors with our partners returns again from the past, vulnerable parts. This is a good opportunity um, to understand that this is not necessarily the other who has a problem, but it's like, but it is a behavior that once it is touched, we're able to become susceptible and able to choose what is the problem here. So through this behavior, it's like a dentist. Once it touches something in us, it is particularly susceptible. It's sensitive. It's like there's no problem. We can do this. It's only a process. If we react spontaneously to immediately in our physical health, in our physical pain, well, the same goes to our inner wounds and our past conditioning, our memories that are embedded through the moon being in Gemini. It is therefore a great opportunity to perceive and understand those of our loved ones who have made us aware of your inner weakness, our gifts, and not enemies in relations. Sometimes suffering without having taken, sometimes it is long years or a long time or even years that we produce our relationships where we experience suffering without even taking advantage of these opportunities. To understand this stuff, Mars being, next point, Mars being the hyperactive initiating planet, it is a new key point during this new moon. The key points are generation, dynamics, ambition. For the master is Uranus in Aries. Here we are in the present moment, the opportunity to adopt these new perspectives, to heal us on a very practical level. Meditation, breathing exercises, and awareness are these valuable tools because understanding is only a step forward to decide and to act. Mercury in Gemini is at home in this stronghold. This is our best communication and it can be very playful. It is supported by the axis of the collective evolution of the lunar nodes, the South Node, North Node, Aries, Libra axis, and the trine of Black Moon Lilith in Libra. It is proposed here to understand through our intelligence that this axis is asking us to give up the impulse of our personal will, the ego, I want to do that, I do not want to do that, etc. To take us into the flow of the collaboration with the universe and with the others. Opting for the energies of harmony, sharing without imposing anything, without putting forward our own personal desires. This is not this is not to retire and give up this place, but quite opposite. It is to dare to share our singular and specific talents, not to expect others to serve us in compensation for our own deficiencies. Inner peace is like a garden that is already in us. Assertiveness is here to radiate by the word, by thought, by the writings, etc. It's the difference and the way of being autonomous individual who agrees to give the world the expression of their own talents and also show what that the human impulse, needs and emotions, creates this. It is still a little biased to a realization by Saturn in Scorpio returns again. Authentically visit what thoughts are true for us and what we are used to transform with Scorpio, which is the depth of our own inner psyche and our own shadow. Our anxieties are our best allies in this case. At this stage, Saturn is in Scorpio because if we accept, it will become messengers and guides us and transmute things that are that inspire and are also can be highlighting this energy. The openings of our own heart is no longer single concept, and the presence of Venus in Leo, which approaches this conjunction, fanning the fires of our sacred heart, the more we follow our impulse, the more we listen to our envy, our joy, our love, and enthusiasm for our future. It will be innovative, it will be a quick start, and alert with full of surprises that will support our future. Also makes an aspect to Jupiter, a supportive angle to Uranus. I wish you all a beautiful month. Hope you regain your energy, your young and youthfulness, the energy that are carefree as you enjoy and offer those others this cycle that is possible with lightness and fun. But for that, we should not take too much of our history and drama seriously. They are the keywords that opens us this sesame of love. Well, thank you all for watching. This has been the new moon in Gemini happening on June 16th. Thank you all for watching.